All right, guys. Hey, let's come back together. 3, 2, 1. Thanks. All right. So when you look at your two graphs, we know that if something is linear, let's look over on the chart here. If something is linear, must have a constant variable. Okay, it has an independent variable, has a dependent variable, and on a graph it creates a straight line, which represents a direct relationship. Who has a straight line, Elizabeth or George? Yeah, Elizabeth. So this is what it means about Elizabeth. She is linear. Now with a linear relationship, you can create an equation that has a rate. So I know that my equations are, the one that we've been using is distance equals rate times time. So with Elizabeth, I know something. Which piece do I know? The rate, because she's linear. She has a constant. So what is her rate? Garrett, what's her rate? Her rate for Elizabeth.
I didn't get that far.
Okay. What is it, Nora?
3.
3. So that means her equation would be D equals 3 times T. Now, this is why I can put her rate in. Is that I can put anything in for time, and it's going to be true. It will follow her straight line on her graph. It's going to follow it. So that is awesome. With George, I can't put a rate in, but I can write this equation down because he doesn't have a rate that is consistent. How do I know that?
Because he's not linear.
Okay, it's not linear. Lexi, how do I know that he does not have a consistent rate by looking at his graph? Lexi? Do you know? You're not sure? Kaylee? How do I know by looking at George's graph that he is not linear?
Because it's not a pattern.
It's not a okay, there is no pattern.
It's not straight.
It's not straight. Okay, all those are right answers. So, because it's not straight, this means if there was a rate, he would have a consistent pattern the entire time. So he has a rate, but his rate is not consistent throughout the whole thing. His rate is only for certain points on the graph. He does not have a consistent rate. So your answer for write down an equation for each graph, if you can, is the D equals 3 times T. That would be your answer for that one. Okay? And so here's a good example. Bam. Well, you guys got to know what it looks like at home, and normally I would be able to show you up there.
Yeah. But this technology, man.
But this technology changes my teacher and makes him totally nuts.